Minnesota on RiverBender.com. It is crazy to think that we are already talking about November events. This month is flying on by, and as we're getting ready for all that haunted fun that's taking place throughout the Great Rivers and Routes region, and November the 8th, Saturday, November the 8th, it's going to be a great time. The Craft Beverage Festival, Great Rivers and Routes, proud to have this one, and Cory Jobe joins us now via the phone, President and CEO of the great company and organization. Cory, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me back. Yeah, where is the year going?
Well, that's what I keep getting at here. I mean, Cory, you've been on the show quite a few times in the last couple of months in the last year. And then, I pick my head up and here you are on regional news up north and you're back and forth promoting the area. Your whole team is doing some phenomenal work. And it seems like every town and every county that's a part of this Great Rivers and Routes region is really moving fast.
Well, it's a wonderful region, and with Route 66 turning 100 years old next year, that helps our northern counties and a lot of Madison County too. And then we have our communities and counties along the Great River Road, and it's a wonderful area to promote every season. But fall seems to be the number one reason why people come to the Great Rivers and Routes region.
I do promise the folks that are watching us going, where is the fall? It is coming. The leaves will change.
They will change, and typically our fall foliage changes much later than other parts of the state. So we get the benefit of a later fall. I'm a little nervous to see what the fall colors will look like with the lack of rain and the heat we've had this summer, but hopefully we'll have some pretty colors and a wonderful drive up and down the Great River Road.
Well, and now we can take that drive on November the 8th and take me to this. So where are we going to be at the Craft Beverage Festival?
Yes, so this is our second Craft Beverage Festival. This year it's going to be at the Grafton Winery at the Vineyards out there by Eckert's Orchard, and it's going to be from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., and tickets are still available, and we're really excited to highlight our craft beverage producers in our six-county region, and we have some new things we're doing this year, and we have some wonderful restaurants that are going to be providing food samples from 12 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, November 8th.
Well, and before we talk about food, because I got to have that, these beverage participants, Cory, it's just incredible to think that these are all within our region. And I mean, you can go down the list from Schlafly, like we all know, to a Grafton Winery and Old Bakery, but Moondrops and Wellness, who does phenomenal work, Old Herald, and then Blue Stem Vodka, who I have talked to a couple of times. I mean, it's just an incredible thing, and you can go down the whole list. It's just a lot of really hardworking people that love their craft.
They're great entrepreneurs. They love what they do. We've got some returning businesses this year. We have some new businesses. Now, not everybody that that produces a craft beverage can make it this year, but we have a great lineup we've got, I think we have 10 different craft beverage producers, from vodka, wine, to spirits, to beer, to non-alcoholic drinks and spirits. So we're really excited to see this lineup. And then along with our food, we've got some new food vendors this year. We have Blackbird Bakery back this year from Staunton, Illinois, Bella Milano, Grafton Winery, the Mother Road Fudge Shop and Candy Shop at the Pink Elephant Antique Mall. We have Bluff City Grill, Birdie's Food Truck, which is at Flock, and Eckert's Country Store and Farm. So those restaurants and businesses will be providing food samples for everyone that attends, and then our craft beverage participants will be sampling their various product, from numerous spirits to beers, wines, and you name it.
Well, and I just love it. And really, the venue you all have for this is fantastic over there at the Vineyards. Just the spot alone just makes for a picturesque setting.
Well, last year we hosted our first one at Old Bakery Beer, and we oversold the event.
I'll bet.
So it was a great success, and so we hope to repeat that this year. A lot of people had a great time. We're going to have live music. Jen Farley from Persnickety here in downtown Alton is going to have a flower booth. So everyone that stops by can pick some flower stems and create their own bouquet. We're also going to have a photo booth and some other great games and enjoyment from 12 to 4.
Well, and whenever your team and you are curating this event and you're going through and you're putting this together, I'm sure whenever you look at your region, there's a lot of folks that are here to work with and that are great to showcase. But when you're going through this overall, how long of a process is this? Because there's a lot of spokes here on this wheel that if you aren't involved in event planning, you wouldn't really have any understanding of just that prep work that's needed.
Right. Well, we, at Great Rivers and Routes, we're primarily focused on destination marketing and management, right? We want to drive travel to and throughout our 6-county region from 50-mile radius beyond. So we study the market. We do a lot of research. We do a lot of advertising in St. Louis, Chicago, the Paducah, Kentucky, Evansville, Indiana market, and the Central Illinois market. But we also like to support our businesses that make our destination so unique, and that's our small business community. So right now we have our Java Palooza coffee promo going on right now. We have 18 coffee shops and businesses in our 6-county region participating in that. And another way we want to showcase is our craft beverage producers. And so we don't do a lot of events, but when we do, we started planning this right after last year's event.
Oh, wow.
And then we've just been adding some new things to bring even more excitement to it. And something else that we're doing this year, we actually are working with Earth Candy, and we're hosting the Confluence Cocktail and Mocktail Contest. And that's going on right now at participating restaurants. Voting started on October 1. It ends on the 21st. And the top 3 finalists will be tasting their craft cocktail at our Craft Beverage Fest on Saturday, November 8th. So we have Old Bakery Beer, Peel Wood-Fired Pizza. We have 1818 Chop House, Bella Milano, and the Speakeasy in Granite City. All 6 of those businesses are participating in this year. This is our first time doing this event. The owners of Earth Candy approached us, and we said, let's do it. So we've got 6 businesses. They've got some really cool cocktails, and you can learn all about those cocktails and where you can visit them and how you can vote through October 21st at our website.
Well, and that website's RiverBender.com, and Cory, we have that up here right now on the screen. I mean, and that's just what I think is so cool. Just the participation and really the active participation from the folks that are a part of all of your events, but specifically with this. I mean, like Old Bakery has a fun one, Sun Shower Rum Fizz, and like Peel Woodfire with Island Spice and Spice Merchant from 1818, and like Bella Milano. Cory, the problem is I have no creativity and I'm getting jealous. Autumn Exposition Recipe and Ladle by Ladle at the Speakeasy in Granite. But again, covering so many portions of your territory, which is a great thing as always.
Well, and that's why we want to host these certain events that really help promote our small business community. As I've said it, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. If it wasn't for our small business community, we wouldn't have a tourism product to share with visitors from all over the world. And they're hardworking individuals, talented people, and this is just one way we want to help celebrate the craft beverage industry.
And now, going forward and looking ahead, do you see this event growing and just adding to over the years? Do you see this becoming a mainstay for you all?
Oh, absolutely. We used to have a craft beer festival years ago, and we wanted to bring in the other beverage producers from spirits and wine. And so, yes, I do see this continuing to grow year in and year out. We have 350 tickets available this year. It is a ticketed event. Tickets can be purchased over at our website at RiverBender.com for $30 in advance. 35 day of at the door, and then we also have a designated driver ticket for $15. So again, it's a great deal. It's going to be a great venue, a great setting, and it's a great way just to hang out with friends and family and enjoy the afternoon.
Well, and a good point, too, with having that designated driver ticket as well to make sure everyone stays safe. And, even for the folks that maybe want to go and be a part of it but aren't the biggest, beverage drinkers out there, I think it's a great notion, too, Cory. And going into this, I think you guys are going to hit your number. I really do. I think that there's no doubt that you'll get close.
Well, that's our goal, right? We want to, last year we sold over 250 tickets. And so the venue The venue can hold up to 350. So we really want people to purchase tickets, and we've had a good run so far of pre-ticket sales. And so if you're listening to us and thinking about it, hop over to our website and purchase a ticket, because I'm not certain if we'll have day of tickets. If we hit 350, we'll have to close. So if you're thinking about it, not sure what you're doing on Saturday, November 8th, lock in some plans and spend the afternoon with us.
You're 100% right. I mean, folks, you are a month out, give or take, and it's going to be one that you don't want to miss. And once again, too, if you're at riversandroutes.com, you're getting your tickets. Make sure you go and you vote. Open October 1st to the 21st for that Confluence Craft competition. And Cory, before we wrap up with an overview and tickets, really want to get back into any other things that are going on within the region. You guys had a really successful year. I know that numbers looked really great for the counties in which you serve. Is there anything coming down the pipeline that you can fill us in on that we can keep an eye out for?
Well, another activity that we have going on, our Fall Foliage and History Tour. There are still tickets available for some Thursdays and Fridays. The Fall Foliage and History Tour, those start on Thursday, October 14th, and those run, I said that wrong, Thursday, October 16th. They run every Thursday and Friday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., and those run through Thursday and Friday, November 6th and 7th. And that's turned out to be a very popular fall activity. We have a wonderful docent that takes you on a walking tour of Elsa. You start in Grafton, you go up to Pere Marquette State Park, you take in the fall foliage, you go for a walking tour in the historic town of Elsa, and then you get a private tour of Principia College. A lot of times people can't get on the campus. Tickets are $32.50 a piece. We still have a few Thursday, Friday dates open, not many, but that's something else that's happening. And then we're already making plans for winter. You know, we welcome our wintering birds and the bald eagle, and we're going to be expanding our Alton Eagle Ice Festival this January. It's going to be a 2-day event.
Oh, wow.
For the first time ever, we're going to open it up. It'll start on Friday night, January 2nd, and it'll run January 2nd and all day on January 3rd, Saturday, January 3rd. We're going to have live music, live ice carving competition, whiskey tastings, etc., food trucks on that Friday, January 2nd. So again, we're just trying to look at different ways we can help support and keep businesses moving during some busy times.
100%. And you know what I think is so interesting too is just the diversity of businesses in which you all have in that coverage area, and just getting everybody on the same page seems like it's a very easy thing to do because of just the fact of that community aspect that you all drive. And with the Eagle Ice Festival and other partners you have, from government agencies to local mom and pop business to corporations, it really seems like that formula's paid off very well for not only you guys, because that's great for you, but it also is great for all the counties you guys serve.
Well, it does, right? We focus on eagles because that's sometimes that's a shoulder season. You know, we're primarily known for a summer fall destination, and that's when our biggest months are. But when we do the Eagle Shuttle tours or the Eagle Ice Festival, and then our partners at the Audubon Center and at the National Great Rivers Museum and other places do events, that drives day trips. We also have some overnights. But as you said, you know, all of us equally working together. I mean, when we released our 2024 economic impact numbers, there was $1.4 billion, that's with a B, $1 billion spent by visitors in our 6-county region. 68% of that was spent in Madison County alone. That resulted in nearly $52 million in local taxes generated.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That is incredible.
And so without destination marketing organizations like ours driving visitor spending, without our business community offering unique products and things to get visitors through their doors, what would local governments do without the $52 million in local taxes that are generated? And so this is a big industry. I still find it interesting when people say, we're not a tourism destination. I'm here to tell you, with $1.4 billion being spent in 2024, and we're seeing some interesting numbers in 2025. Our Hotel revenues are up about 2% year over year. Hotel occupancy rates are up about 1.7%. So when you're hearing all these doom and gloom things about the economy and things like that, people still want to travel. And we're an economical place. We're a road trip destination. You can put the family in the car, get away with the girlfriends or couples weekend and come to the region. And we're price competitive. We have a lot of great, unique local experiences that you don't have to drive too far to get. And so I think that's what's been impressive about our numbers. And I think that's why people continue to discover us. We're not over tourist by any means, but we have a long way to go on that. And so we're excited about the numbers from last year, and we're seeing some optimistic numbers as we close out 2025.
One final question before we get back to that overview. Where do you see this this tourism industry? Where do you see you guys' growth from here going forward? I know that you guys have a comprehensive plan, and there's so many facets here. Do you see your guys' focus being more on sports tourism? Is it more on community-wide outreach and events? Where do you see the most impact? Where do you see the collaboration coming in? Just because you have your finger on the pulse, and you guys definitely would know.
Well, a couple of things. We've got to have more product. One area that's been very fascinating to see grow is outdoor recreation, nature-based tourism. Spending's up over 20%.
Wow.
In the last 2 years. Yes. So we need more product to get people out on the river or out in our state parks and enjoying the outdoors. We need more bird watchers at the Audubon Center in different places. In terms of product, we need better hotel product. We need a downtown hotel in Alton.
Yeah.
Those sorts of things. You mentioned youth and amateur sports. That's huge. And what's been happening over in Edwardsville with Plummer Park, and now the expansion and the Park North development. We just commissioned a study with our destination data partner Zartico, and whenever there's a major sporting event at Plummer Park or at Worldwide Technology Raceway, the spending and the visitors that are driving to various parts of our region, we see that. We're able to track mobile devices, credit card spending, and so just because one event's happening in another town doesn't mean visitor spending's not happening in another place in our region. And so that's why I've always said not one town, not one county can do it alone. I think this regional approach of driving travel to Southwest Illinois and throughout our 6-county region is key. And so, again, we've got unique experiences. We need to beef up our product a bit, and we need to be competitive in the youth and amateur sports landscape. And there's some opportunities that lie ahead in the next 18 to 24 months that can continue to grow that for us.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for sharing that. I was just curious myself, Cory. And let's get back into November the 8th and just all the fun that's going to be had. Fill me in November the 8th, 12 to 4, right there at the Grafton Winery at the Vineyards. That's correct. 12 to 4. Please, if you're thinking about, purchasing a ticket, head over to our website at riversandroutes.com. Tickets are on sale in advance for $30. $15 for designated driver tickets, and then if we have tickets left, day of $35. 6 different restaurant businesses will be providing food samples. We've got 10 plus different craft beverage participants. We're really excited about it. Great live music. Jen Farley with Persnickety with her flower truck. It's going to just be a great day, and you can't beat the Grafton Winery at the Vineyards. It's a wonderful setting, and make plans to join us. Well, and then make plans for the next year and the following year, because this isn't going away anytime soon. And Cory, no, it's not. I really appreciate your time, and I know that you're gonna surpass that number from last year, and I think you're gonna be full. We'll link everything, though. How do you get tickets? All of that great information, those direct links, and an article on RiverBender.com. Cory, thanks so much for your time. All right, CJ, have a great afternoon. Take care. You too. We'll take a quick break. All right. Daily Show continues right after this.